Hello guys, welcome to Mario texturing workflow here. We're going to use Mario to texture our character, but the first thing we do is actually utilizing the UV tile support from Mario. So my UV is like this. You can see that only that all the faces here in section or the UV U1 V1 space is only my head. And also my head is being cut in a crazy way so that every little piece that are supposed to be separated, if you want to make them flat, will be separated. So now it's super flat. So I will have very little stretching when I do texturing. And other parts of the body, the upper and lower body will be separated into two different UV spaces. My hand will be underneath one UV space. So now I have 4 UV tiles for my texture, for my character. And that's the reason for that is because I need more resolution. I want to maybe sometimes render some really close-up renders. And if I need that to be shown on a very high quality 4K screen or even in the movie theater, then you want that kind of a resolution. That's why we're using UV tiles. Of course, that doesn't mean that the traditional like one UV space workflow doesn't work. It's just gonna give you lesser resolution. That's all. Okay, I'm gonna do. So I did that, and I'm gonna export my model. Okay, and I'm gonna call it a body with UV tiles, and it's gonna be a FBX format. The version will be FBX 2014 and 2015. Just make sure that it's that kind of format. Some warning. Animation curve, I don't even have animation, so it's okay. So that's one of the things I need to prepare for Mari. Another thing is some detailed texture that I need to use in Mari. If you go to Photoshop here, I have some texture bots on texture XYZ, texturing XYZ. You can go to their website. I have a female one and a male one. Okay. And those textures are going to be real human body scans. I can drag those to Photoshop so we can take a look. Again, they're $30 to buy, so it's not that expensive, but they can give you a lot of details. Okay, so let me close this guy, and let's take a look. We have one of these images that looks like this. Okay. You can see a lot of very detailed result here around the mouth, the pores around it, and the eyes and everything. So, but if you look at the other one, this one is actually very small details. And the first one are the biggest detail here, so that you have 3 levels of detail size-wise. But I want to actually combine them together. Okay. To do so, I need to go to the images. First, they're really big too, so let me go to image size. I'm gonna change those ones into 4K so that my machine can actually handle those. I do the same thing for the other guy. And for this guy. Oh. Okay. So they're all 4K images now. I'm just making sure. This one is 4K too. Okay. Alright. Now I also need to convert those images into RGB colors instead of grayish colors, so that I can squeeze them into one texture. The reason for that is because when I'm projecting, I want to be able to project all 3 of those details together. So let me go to image and change the mode to RGB color of this guy, and do the same thing. Image, the mode to RGB color. The last one, image, mode, and RGB color. So we're converting all 3 into RGB colors. We go back to the first one, Control A and Control C to copy everything here from the first one. Then move on to its red channel and Control V to paste it in. Okay, we go to the second one and also Control A, Control C to copy everything from the second one, but go back to the first one and choose the green channel and paste it in. Okay. Alright. And then go to the last one here, copy everything one more time, go back here, and then paste that into the blue channel. Now basically pasting all three. Now sometimes it's giving you this greenish color, which I don't really want it to have. Not sure what's causing that. So let me try to redo some of the things. Maybe they're having different color. I'm not quite sure, but maybe let me try this. I'm gonna go actually create, or I can maybe do this. Control C to. Oh, let me go back. Because Photoshop is not really good at doing this. Let me Control A and convert that into the RGB here first. Okay. Control A to select everything from the background, and Control C, right? Let me go File and create a new one, and it's gonna be the same size, RGB color 16-bit, and the mid color will be actually 50% gray. So the brightness will be 50%, and create, and I can paste my file in. Okay, or don't, just create an empty file that has all gray, all 50% gray, but it's 16-bit RGB color. Okay, the setting will be again here. Alright, let me go back and copy those things. Control A, Control C, and go back here and go to the channels, go to the red one, and Control V to paste it in. Go to the next one, Control A, Control C, and go back and select the green channel and paste it in. And here go to the last one, Control A, Control C, and go back to untitled one and go to blue and Control V. It's still getting not the same color. I'm not sure why. Photoshop is being really weird here. Am I selecting the color here? It's getting darker for some reason. Is it darker here? It's not darker here. I'm not sure why. I'm really confused. Control A, Control C, and then paste it here. And that's brighter. That's what's supposed to be happening. I really don't know what's happening, but what you should get is more or less like a RGB, 50% brightness, and RGB all in the middle, so that it's kind of like a grayish color on the side, more or less. The proper way would be using Nuke, but I don't have a I don't want to actually introduce two softwares at the same time in class, so it's just Photoshop is really not that good on doing this task. But anyway, I'm just trying to combine them together using this manner. Just all three images all combined properly. You will have a grayish color on the side or on those empty area, and the middle ones will be the combination of all three different details. Alright, when that is done, let me Control S to save it. I'm gonna put it into a folder called texturing, maybe asset, and the format will be a TIFF. Okay, and then save. And I don't have to change anything here. So that's one of the assets we create. So we basically export our model with multiple UV tile, and then we also have a image that has RGB channels, that has all three different you know, color informations. 50%. Let me check that. That should be okay. Yeah. So it should be good. So just save that as the TIFF. Okay, so that's gonna be the first tutorial. It's 10 minutes. All we do is prepare our asset, and then we can move on to Mari Designer. Actually, sorry, Mari in the next tutorial.